Yo, welcome everybody. It's your favorite anime junkies, LazyAPodcast. Dre here with Aaron and Jody.
Yo.
Aaron, say something before I drop kick you in the nose.
What? Like
God
I'm literally
dang.
recording. Of course I'm here.
Like, what
Hello?
the heck, man? It's not that hard. I promise.
I don't see the issue.
Yeah, all right. Anyway. All right, so since you don't want to talk, hey, Aaron, what are we talking about today?
It's Wistoria, Wand and Sword.
All right, there it is. You want to, get, a brief, what's it about?
It's one of those typical, how to describe it? You know those anime where, there's always, one failure ass nigga for whatever reason? But, he's secretly OP? It's like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I mean, so this guy's, in a nice little magical world, but he has the unfortunate issue of not being able to use magic. What was that shit? Black Clover? It's kind of like that, right?
Yeah.
Except the MC's not as annoying. That man's awful.
Oh my god, I hate Asta.
Asta? Yeah, no, he's awful.
I hate that guy.
Yeah, no, that boy spent the first 12 episodes screaming straight, and only by the grace of God did I get through it to finish that anime. Yeah, so doesn't have magic, ridiculously strong because he's has some dwarven or some shit in him, so he's just swinging a sword while everyone's casting spells. The whole anime seems to be about him chasing after
what's his girl's name? Elfie.
Elfie?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
Effie.
Yeah, chasing after her because she's one of the top mages. I forgot the fucking term of it, but whatever. She's one of the top mages of all time. It's just the top 10, whatever. And he wants to be one of them, but obviously it's gonna be a little difficult because he can't cast magic.
All I know is she was freaking. Anytime I see an anime girl drawn with the eyebrow, the eyelashes underneath the eye, I know she's supposed to be the baddie. The white hair, you know what I'm talking about. The white hair with the thick ass eyelashes, and then for whatever reason she's the only girl in the series that has eyelashes under her eyes. All right, bro, you got it.
She's clearly different.
Different.
So what I'm hearing is this is Harry Potter and the Black Clover, Wizard Academia.
Actually, to be honest with you, and we're gonna talk about it a little later, but the teacher that hates him kind of reminds me of Snape. A cooler looking Snape, but he actually does.
That's literally what I got from the whole.
Nah, I don't think that's true at all. Because Snake was a dick, but he was actually he helped out and shit.
Yeah, that was revealed. That was revealed later in the 4th, 5th movie.
This nigga's teacher actually tried to kill him. I don't know, bro. He put in a solid effort. He cast his strongest spell trying to kill him over a test.
But anyway, not to get ahead of ourselves. So that's pretty much what the anime is about. Magicless guy in a magical world, and he's got superhuman powers that basically help him overcompensate for not having magic. And he's also an incredibly hard worker, super smart, and it's based on him trying to get to wherever he needs to get so he can be a top wizard, even though he's
Gotcha. So it's kind of like a shonen.
It's definitely shonen.
See, I like stories like that. The only concern that I have with animes that are talking about perseverance, because I'm all for that. My only concern is that the soundtrack needs to be banging.
Soundtrack is pretty good, and that's something we're going to talk about.
Because it needs to be banging, man. It needs to be banging. But I'll hold my rant later.
Yeah.
Right now,
you're a little far from your mic.
Can you hear me now?
We could always hear you. It's low. Just turn it up a little bit.
They'll turn me up on production.
Oh my god. Okay.
But
all right.
I was gonna say, as far as the story goes, I mean, it's one of those things that I have to keep my bias out of the way, because I failed to do the same thing with Sword Art Online with the gun place, because everybody's like, yeah, I got this gun, and the main character's like, I got this sword, and I'm better than everyone. It's like, bro, really, you're gonna bring a sword to a gunfight, and here is this guy with the sword is more fire than the wizards. But I gotta remember that
you had to work X harder.
Yeah, he did. It's
his
not
entire life.
Yeah, Kirito was an established
that nigga was busted off the first
video
episode.
Games. Yeah, it's not like that. This dude legit had it hard.
Bro, tell that shit to Tell that shit to Elden Ring players. Like, I don't
God
care how.
dang it! I'm trying to move to the next topic. We came up with a framework.
All right, bro.
Fudgesicles.
Yeah, go ahead. Keep
So
talking.
that goes in to the next topic.
Yeah, whatever.
Hey, shut up.
Shut up.
So that goes into the next topic of how do you feel about this main character? George, you go.
Can I speak?
Yes, you got it.
Yeah, you got the talking stick.
Permission granted.
Okay.
He'll allow it.
Personally, I like the character's design. I really do. I like the character's design. Besides that one fucking cowlick he's got. That shit, I mean, I don't know why
Bro, we talk about that shit.
Bro, like I like his design for real. Like the hair's fire, like the little robe shit and the goggles and shit. Like I fuck with it. But that cowlick, bro, I'm like, man, you didn't have to do that, bro. That shit just stands out to me. As far as his demeanor, I mean, honestly, like I think he's a cool guy. Like he gives me Tanjiro vibes. You know, like he's just a hardworking guy who's genuine. I like how like one thing that deviates from Tanjiro is from Demon Slayer is that he has these moments, and I think it showed on the first episode where he was gonna save the bully from the monster, and he was like, wait, no, this motherfucker fucked me up. Should I even save his ass? You know what I mean?
I love that.
That is so realistic. It's like,
exactly.
Do I really want to do this? I could just leave this nigga.
And that's what I liked about him, because he does, like I said, he does give me Tanjiro vibes. You know, he's just a genuinely good guy, but like he has those moments where he's like, man, I don't know. So I'm very interested to see where it goes from there. And if anything, bro, he's like, listen, bro, I don't give a fuck. I'm just trying to get in old girl's pants. That's all I want. Like,
oh my god, no.
Tell me I'm lying.
Okay, hopping off of George. Aaron, what is your take on our main character, Will?
I mean, I'm glad that we actually have an anime where he's not a bitch, you know? Like, I feel like so many MCs are just like fucking Deku for like 7 seasons. It's like, I don't know, bro. Like, niggas spend more time like blushing and pointing left and pointing right at the same time instead of actually like any kind of combat or character progression. So I'm glad that we see, you know, some kind of progression going from this guy. Kind of weird that he's doing all this just to chase after a girl. I think that's kind of insane. But I guess it's not the worst thing.
That's pretty anime tropish. They go crazy with the. I mean, would he be classified as a Yanderer or Sunderer, one of them two?
No,
he wouldn't.
No, yanderes are people that are.
I know one is the one that's like mean, and then one is the one that's like.
No, so here, let me school you quick. Let me school you on some dead ace.
Yeah, go ahead. Let me get in my let me open my textbook.
Open your textbook. Yeah,
my desk.
Yeah, you need to get schooled, my boy.
Yeah.
So a yandere, if you ever watch, was it My Future Diary or something like that?
Yeah, Future Diary.
You know that's the epitome of a yandere. It's somebody that is obsessed with somebody and is willing to kill everybody, including that person that they love, to be with them. That's a yandere. A tsundere would be like Rin from Fate Stay Night, Unlimited Bloodworks.
Okay.
Bloodworks.
Bladeworks.
Yeah, Bladeworks.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's where she.
That's the mean one.
Yeah, she like she's mean towards the guy that they like, but has like this soft side to her. It's pretty honestly. This is a funny take. So Vegeta is a tsundere. Vegeta would be considered a tsundere.
I ain't never considered.
Yeah, he's considered
Vegeta.
a tsundere. He is a tsundere, bro. Look at his whole fucking demeanor with Bulma.
I refuse.
How he looks away. No, bro, you can not want to. It doesn't matter.
No.
You can say you don't believe in air, but it's there. Like,
no, all right.
But yeah,
I'll do that day.
But the reason why I say Vegeta is because he's more known. Where he just doesn't. He tries to act like the tough guy, but when somebody bitch slaps his wife, he says "my Bulma" and yells out, and you see that affectionate part.
I feel like that's a pretty natural reaction.
Yeah, that was a pretty justified crash out.
Somebody wilding out because you slapped their wife. I don't know, bro.
Yeah,
but it's a tsundere. But anyways, going back to it, he would not be considered any kind of dede. He's just literally a guy that made a promise with a girl from his childhood, and he said, we're going to be the best together. And he lacked magic. I think a simp would be somebody that you don't even know this person like that. You didn't grow up with that person like that. And you think they're pretty, and that's all you know. And then you're willing to, like, pay for OnlyFans.
Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, I was going to say. That's insane. I was going to say he definitely didn't. Like, when they showed the flashback, when he made that promise, even though he didn't have the magic, and she was like, when she had just gotten promoted, the fact that she looked back and she was like, I'm counting on you to keep the promise, and they both shed tears, like the reciprocation, that
Yeah,
doesn't show me that she's that he's a simp. Like that, obviously it to me, the implication is that there's a mutual feeling there. And I
exactly.
mean, the dude said, like, and I can only assume that she loves him back, especially when he was fighting Professor Snape, whatever that dude's name was. When he was fighting him, and he was like, "Why are you going so hard?" And his resolve.
I love her.
'Cause, I mean, hey, bro, like, it is what it is. You know what I'm
See,
saying?
that's a genuine thing to me. Anybody
Yeah,
that would call that shit
I respect
simping,
it.
I don't know. I
My
just
fault.
think I think people that had like past trauma relationships always call that shit simping.
True. My misogyny is showing.
Oh my god. Hey, Christian, edit it out.
But anyways, I enjoy the character. I'm excited to see what he does. And boy, when he was running, when that boy was running, boy, I was like, okay, he's about that life.
Bro, when he was running, you know how many flashbacks I got? I got the original Demon Slayer opening flashbacks when Tanjiro was running. I got the Naruto flashbacks, the Sasuke retrieval arc when they were running. Bro, I got so many flashbacks when that man started taking off. I love when anime characters like run fast and they showcase that the dude is like really running fast.
So yeah, I would say he's solid for me, in my opinion. Solid for me.
I like him. I agree with a couple of the points that you guys were saying. First of all, I loved everything about him, and then that cowlick, it's like I don't hate it, but when I finally noticed it when he was kneeled down talking to his friend, and she was helping him open the locker and stuff and put books in it, and I just saw it sticking up 12 feet in the air. I was like, that's absurd. That's absurd. But to be honest with you, it didn't take from how I felt about his design. I think the character is genuinely cool. I also like his personality. I like the fact that in that flashback we were just talking about, at the end of it, he told his teacher, "Hey, this is gonna be the last time I'm sitting here bawling out helpless." To Aaron's point, this is gonna be the last time I'm bitch made. I'm a bitch.
That boy said, "Let it be known."
Let it be known, and he rectified it. But yeah. So overall, I like the character, and it is refreshing to just not have a character, that's just. God, bro. From the dude from Kaiju number 8 to freaking Deku to these characters, it's just, oh my god.
Yeah.
Overall, Kaiju number 8, that MC's not that bad. He's just like a weathered, like, middle-aged man who's struggling trying to accomplish his dreams.
Nah,
he's beat down by life, dog.
Yeah.
He's hurt.
Yeah.
Hey, man, he's trying. He's trying. That's all I can say.
Trying his best.
Yeah, he's
1 through 10. How do you guys feel about Will?
For what I saw, to me, is a solid 6. I need to see. Okay. Yeah, I need to see more from him. I want to see more decision making, because right now it's kind of like I'm gonna be the best, whatever. I want to see more moments where he has that inner conflict again. Then I'll probably up the ante.
Okay. What about you, Aaron?
Talking about Will or the anime itself?
Will.
Let's go 5 out of 10.
5 out of 10.
Not too crazy. Yeah, not awful, but like not a crazy good MC either. Just average right now.
Just lukewarm, 3 episodes in.
Yeah, side.
Yeah, side.
Yeah. Very respectful. They look so generic to me.
Yeah. Yeah, speaking of them, freaking which one got on your nerves the most?
Oh, the bully.
The red-haired dude? Yeah,
the bully. Like, he's just straight up ass. He just that's all he is. It's straight up ass. Like, I mean, it's still in its like beginning phases, so I don't know. The character might grow a little bit on some he's pretty much Draco Malfoy, Yeah, that's pretty much what he is. Is it Malfoy? Yeah, Malfoy. Draco Malfoy. He's pretty much him, just privileged fuck that thinks he's good and shit, and he's bullying this guy. And you saw that he's a straight up bitch. When he was about to die, that motherfucker was probably wetting himself, and he gets pissed off.
Straight piss and feces in that cave.
He got on my nerve a little bit more, just because he's just, to me right now, he's just unnecessary. Honestly, like, I think the anime could do good without him. The teacher doesn't get on my nerves, but I think he is like a more trash than the bully, because this man knows that Will has a hard time making spells, and he says, "Hey, come to the front of the class and make a fool out of yourself."
Yeah, that was some asshole shit. That was
You
some
know,
asshole. That was true hater activity. I'm not gonna lie.
yeah. So, but he doesn't really annoy me. Like, he's just one. I like his powers. One, at least he's kind of fire. But the other guys just seems more necessary. That's my take.
Okay, I'll go ahead and get my take on this one. Aaron, you can round it up. Like you said, the freaking red-haired guy. I didn't like him. I didn't like him, and somebody like we'll figure out his name. But that's just how much I don't care for him.
Zion.
What was it?
Zion.
Oh, that's even worse. They got a black name in your. I'm gonna leave it alone. Yeah, dude. Because I can like wrap my head around a little bit why the teacher's a dick, even though he's still a dick, right? Like he got to the top, the highest part of the tower, and he lost. So I can understand where that pride that he's talking about, where he's upholding that standard that they have for magic and all that stuff like that, and he just can't. It's like a personal affront to him that somebody that doesn't have magic can surpass it. I get it, because from the little bit that was implied through statements and stuff like that, he's somebody that worked to a certain point and lost. That doesn't justify anything, but I can wrap that around and see how when Will shows up, how he just he just associates that to whatever else traumatized him, or whatever personal affront that he had, or whatever happened to him, and takes it out on him. I can kind of, like I said, not justify it, but I can follow like some BS logic to see why Will represents something that he doesn't like. The Zion guy, he's just trash for no.
Yeah.
And then when it came time, and it's literally no reason. Like, what do you mean he's eavesdropping on him while he's talking to the other professor? He's eavesdropping on him, and he's like, "I'm gonna go kill this monster first," so he can't continue his school, like that, like stuff like that. Like, he's just gonna get in his way. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
That was terrible.
He's a privileged fuck. That's all.
Yeah, that was insane. And then only to get there and just get stomped out. Oh my god, how'd you guys feel about that fist coming out of nowhere and just punching? I thought that dude was dead in the first episode when the guy got punched.
Should have died.
Dude, there was like blood on him, and there was like blood on the wall and everything. I thought he was dead.
Left a crater in the wall, dog.
Yeah,
bro.
It was dead, bro.
Yeah, we in a magical world, but like, I don't know, bro. That looked like it hurt.
I thought that guy was dead.
I liked it because there was a shift. It's like, oh, it's not just a kitty kind of like, yeah, let's do it together kind of show. It's like, oh shit, motherfuckers are dying. I like this.
Well, I felt like that if he actually would have died, but he showed up in the next scene. I was like, oh, he's not dead.
No, he had two people.
Bro. Thanks, Zion, for saving me.
He had two people. One of them died, didn't he?
No, he passed out. He was a little bitch.
No, they both got knocked out.
Bowl cut passed out. The first guy got knocked out. That's the guy that took the punch, where his body just flew past dude in the red.
You sure? I could have swore that guy died and the bowl head dude was alive.
I swore he died too, and he showed up in the next scene.
That's what he was in the nenext episode, dog.
No, I mean, I didn't. I didn't. What scene you talking about? I didn't see him in the next scene.
Yo,
he's alive, dog. I promise you.
Okay,
I guarantee you.
No, that's fine.
They're alive. They were glazing him like 2 minutes later, bro.
Out of that guy.
Shit, I ain't gonna lie. That sours the Skittles.
That's what I was like. Oh, he didn't die. I was like, damn. I wouldn't have got back up.
No. Oh no. I'm back with the good Lord immediately. Yeah, no thought of getting up.
Yeah, but I mean, like I said, the bully and the teacher, they're all right. A little bit generic for me. I really enjoyed Colette. Now introducing Waifu Window.
Moving forward, Aaron has to give his take. Aaron has to give his take.
He did.
He did. He didn't say which one he hated.
He said they were both trash.
We all said they were both trash.
I think that is fair. It's like I did in fact say they were both trash. But
yeah, that's literally what he said.
Yeah, I think was it Professor Edward. I think he's probably the worst one, because not only is he's like a top tier hater, like he just likes to be, what's the word I can use that I don't have to bleep out, whatever. He's kind of a pain, but he creates people like Zion, right? With the whole like elitist magic is like the greatest thing ever. and those who are not talented don't deserve that. Like, he creates people that look like Zion. So I don't think Zion's actually like that bad, because I think his actions are like a learned behavior from people like Edward. So if anything, like, I think Edward's the bigger issue, especially because he's, there's no reason for him to be pressing down on Will as hard as he is. There's no real reason. He's just mad because he failed, right? And he's just kind of holding it to him.
Yeah. All right, now we can move forward to George's waifu. What character caught you guys' attention, George?
All right, now introducing Waifu Windows, where I talk about the waifu of the anime. And I was gonna give it to Elfie, but I didn't see much of her. But I gotta give it to Colette. I really like Shawty. I think she does a great dynamic with the main character, because she's a real one. Shawty, she's backing up my boy every single moment. I really like her whole demeanor. I would like to see more, like a little bit more personality from her, as far as like if there's like any inner conflict, kind of like how Will had.
Mm-hmm.
That's the end of Waifu Window. But the other character that really stood out to me was the headmistress, the one that always has her eyes closed. Yeah, I would like to learn a little bit more about her, because she said this one thing when she was talking to Professor Snape, Edward, or whatever the fuck his name is, where she said that every student is being trained for, was it final day or some shit like that? I would like to know what that means, or if the kids are being trained for a certain kind of battle or something like that. Like, she knows more than she's letting on, and she's obviously having like a great time, because she was showing what was the Guardian's name? Do y'all remember the Guardian's name? The one that is giving Will like credits and shit. White-haired guy.
I don't remember his name, but I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, like the way she was like, "Yeah, I called you into my office just so you could see your boy get beat." Like, I don't know. I just thought that shit was hilarious. So I'm very interested in seeing what all like stuff she gets into, because she gives me this aura of like she knows where the story is going, and she's just preparing everybody for it.
Facts. Nice. All right, so the character that stuck out for me was the girl that he met in the last episode, the one that he saved, and when he was fighting the ice monsters.
I haven't watched the last episode.
Oh, the last one. So it's interesting. So he saved her, and then it's for majority of the episode he's walking with her, and basically she observes him fight. Right, and she's acting real innocent the whole time. And then after she sees him defeat the monster, she does a voice, like her voice switches up. She sounds like a grown woman, and she's like, "So this is the talent list that I've heard about. The disparity is greater." So she's like on some reconnaissance for something. For like, she's got like a hidden like mystery type of. She's got some hidden plot that hasn't been revealed yet. Granted, like I said, it's only third episode, but yeah, she was like blonde with glasses.
Is that the one from the end of the second episode?
End
that
of
was
the
like
third. She didn't show up yet.
Oh, she didn't. Oh, okay. Yeah. I thought you were talking about the chick that was like cooking him dinner at the at the end of the second episode.
That's his roommate.
See, my boy is oozing. He is oozing Riz everywhere.
Alrighty. So I know you like this one. How you feel about the art? I love the art style of this anime.
Yeah, I think that's a great art style to like include like the very cinematic action scenes.
Mm-hmm.
Because it blends together it blends good whenever the characters are standing still, when they're like doing all the movements and shit, like when Will was running.
Mm-hmm.
I think it works perfectly with it. I enjoy it. It's definitely something that the Sins anime can inspire to.
Oh my god. Yeah, this anime, like the art is pretty. The art is very beautiful. I like the choices that they went. So a lot of the times the characters are like 2.5D, and then they also have some of the scenes. What was that painted style that like Inuyasha used to do?
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah, you're talking about the old painting stuff.
Yeah, like how the painting, like they instead of the background being drawn, it was like painted.
Yeah. A lot of animes do that. I love it when they do that.
Yeah, there's a lot of that, and then like objects like just randomly like the food and items. It's like the anime is very pretty, and it's like a blend of like 4 or 5 different art styles. I like it. It's really nice.
It's pretty nice.
Yeah.
When I first saw it, it reminded me a little bit like a mixture. Like the animation was like kind of like a mixture of Wistoria. Like, you know what I'm talking about? Yeah. It's pretty nice.
Mm-hmm.
When I first saw it, it reminded me a little bit like a mixture of Wistoria. Like the anime was like kind of like a mixture of Wistoria and like Wistoria. Like the anime was like kind of like a mixture of Wizard Academia, where it had like a little bit of cuteness to it, but also like a little bit more like edgy, kind of like the Black Clover anime. So I thought it was like a great blend. Definitely not too polished like some of the new animes. You know what I mean? Yeah, I think it's a great blend. They did a great job. I don't even know who's the studio that animated it.
I don't know. I was gonna see if you knew. Cause they straight up they just did a good job. There's not too many shonen anime that I watch, and I'm like, that is beautiful. You know what I mean? Do. Cool. While you're doing that, let's talk about the OST. Talk
Well,
about that soundtrack.
I gotta talk about that shit.
Yeah, we can start at the opening. While you look for that, I'll tell you how I feel about the opening. So a lot of like newer gen action anime kind of their openings to me have been sounding generic, very cookie cutter. It's like I expect it to sound like this. This opening did not do that for me, and it switched up 3 or 4 times. So I really love it. It switched up in the middle of the song, and it switched up obviously at the end of the song, and it started out separately. Actually, I genuinely the first time I heard it, I knew it was gonna grow on me, right? But I didn't think it was gonna grow on me immediately the next episode. Like the next episode that I heard it, I was like, yeah, I like it.
Okay, yeah. The opening was cool. I enjoyed the opening. It definitely does. It does the job of like setting you up for like this kind of like adventure can be action. It's gonna be more actiony than anything. It does a great job. The ending, I like the ending a lot more. It was
interesting.
Yeah, it does a great job of just kind of like showing you that this anime can be a really beautiful thing to see, especially with the visuals that they showcase in the ending with I forgot her name, and just like the little white room that she's at.
Yeah.
Because it is an action anime, but it also has like this kind of wholesomeness to it.
Right.
So I enjoy that about. And as I was saying, before I get into this, Bandai Namco helped produce this anime.
That makes a lot of
sense.
Makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
Because you know why? When I had a thought that this kind of looks like a video game to me a little bit. Sometimes when I was watching anime, and that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, they did a lot of great stuff. I think the people that are like spearheading it is Actus. It's Actus and Bandai Namco who are like producing it together. Actus has switched on things like Cyborg 009 versus Devilman. It was like a special regalia, the Three Sacred Stars, and Girls in Panzer, which had a good run during its time viewing. But yeah, I mean, yeah, animation is crazy. But as I was saying earlier in the episode, my concern with shonen animes is that, listen, if you're gonna preach perseverance, you gotta back up the soundtrack, all right? Because that's what's gonna make all of those moments where like they finally beat the enemy, or where like they're pushing through whatever, you know what I mean? Like we can talk shit all we want about My Hero Academia, but when you hear you say run,
oh my god, yeah, you gotta give it to it.
You know what I mean? And like, I don't care. I don't give a fuck what people gotta say. But when you hear you say run and they're going at it against whoever, like, oh, you feel the goosebumps. You feel that drive. Like, shit. You know, it's a great soundtrack when the whole world makes memes of your soundtrack, and then they're posting it on. Like, I literally saw a freaking video of this guy who's a storm chaser, literally running towards the storm. And they played that shit, and I was like, "Yo, I want to run through a storm,
bro."
Like,
it goes with so much, man.
That's what I'm saying. So that's my only concern with this anime, because like, exactly, man, the strings, bro, it kills me. But the anime, for what I've seen, the soundtrack during the first episode where he fought the giant monster thing, that was dope. But I need to hear a little bit more. Okay?
Watch that third episode. So when he was fighting that ice monster, it was a different song, I believe. It was different from the first one, and that one made me perk up. I was like, I like this one.
Okay, good.
Like as an action song, I like that one.
Whatever the case, as long as the soundtrack is fire.
Like, it reminded me of something that would play in Tekken. I'm not gonna lie.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like I said, when you have a shonen anime, the soundtrack is definitely going to be a big factor, because you want people to feel those moments where perseverance prevails, where the hero finally wins, when the hero finally becomes Hokage, when the hero finally gets powers and then saves the day. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, because I mean that's the whole reason for shonen animes is for you to be inspired to do your best. You know, and the soundtrack does a lot for that.
All right. Projections for this anime. Where do you think it'll end up in the analogs of shonen? Do you think it'll be super mainstream and then it'll be like a really talked about anime? Do you think it'll be a hidden gem? How do you think it's gonna finish?
I think it's gonna get underlooked
Mm.
because you got to think about what's out right now. Fucking Demon Slayer is out right now.
Mm-hmm.
Kaiju number 8 is out. And you know, isn't Tower of God out now too?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's like I think it's gonna be underlooked, but if it does a great
Kaiju
job,
and Demon Slayer no longer, their seasons are over. So
they are.
Yeah.
Well, I think people are still kind of like rewatching some stuff because when I watch like a recent like season of something that's really good, like I catch myself watching like some older clips. That's what I did with Jujutsu Kaisen. But me personally, I think it's going to be underlooked, honestly, just because one, the name doesn't capture me. The poster, from what I see, doesn't really capture me. Like when you told me about it, and I looked it up, I didn't feel gravitated towards it. You know, and the only reason why I'm like interested in it is because I watched it just to talk about it, right? But I think it's going to be an underlooked anime. But if it does a great job with the storytelling, and its animation, visuals, the fight scenes, whatever, I think it would do a great job, just like Classroom of the Elite, where it was underlooked, but because it had such a great cult following, like they brought it back a couple years later, and it became, and it became like a top anime.
It's got to get a song like Classroom of the Elite. What was that, season 2?
Oh my god.
Oh my god. Oh, that is my. Oh god.
Yo, come on, bro. That'll
That is
stop it,
my.
right?
That is my song right there.
Yeah, you're gonna get me started, bro. Next shit makes me want to watch something.
And all right, let me chill.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
that's my take. I don't know about y'all's.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, unfortunately, I hope that it becomes like a really good cult classic that just anybody that enjoys anime, like they'll recommend it to people, and because I can tell that there's a lot put into this anime, and I really hope that it does well. I don't want this to be an anime that was really good, had a season, but for whatever reason it just didn't pick up traction and it fell by the wayside. That would be like the worst thing for me with this anime. But I think it's going to be really solid. It definitely has rewatchability. Because I was just paying attention to how beautiful the art was. My Sharingan gonna stop working, so I wasn't reading a little bit sometimes. So it's definitely got like I'm gonna have to rewatch it a couple of these episodes because I liked it.
Hopefully, homeboy gets a haircut and they take that damn cow look of his off.
Yeah,
I might stay.
First of all, round of applause for Aaron showing back up. Yay, Aaron! Yay! And what are your projections for where you see this anime kind of ending in the history of anime? Like, where do you see it? Do you think it's gonna be an all-time great? Do you think it's gonna be trash? Do you think it's gonna be in the middle? Do you think it's gonna be like a?
I think it's going to be. I think it's one of the better anime that came out this season. So as far as like the totality of how good it's going to be, I don't know. I mean, it really just needs like one solid scene of note, maybe two, and it'll take off. Like with My Hero, when what's the fire nigga's name? Endeavor, right? When he took that number one spot, after fighting the Nomu, he got his ass kicked, whatever, but he ended up, clutching it out, held his fist up in the air, the music played and everything, right? Real emotional scene. Like that right there, like helped like bring that anime like back into relevance. Because that anime gets a lot of hate, but it's still a good anime. That right there was like a notable scene for it.
That definitely brought it back. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, it's like it kind of got kind of mid for a little bit, but that brought it back.
Yeah.
Another example was have you ever watched Darling in the Franxx?
Oh right? My god, that's my
that anime. Right, that anime is absolutely mid. But what's that anime known for? that anime is only known for fucking 02's feet. That's literally it. That anime literally
hold on. Whoa, feet? Where am I at? I just thought it was just her in general. There was a feet thing going on.
No, there's one specific still frame that hard carried that entire franchise.
You know what? Hey, bro. You know what? I quit anime. Y'all just ruined that whole shit for me.
The anime is not that good. The characters are not that good. The sound is not that good. It is an
Welcome to
anime.
the segment where Aaron tells us how much he hates an anime for 30 seconds. Go ahead, go.
I mean, it's not even that. I mean, the anime's truly mid. It's just that one scene just hard carries it, and immediately people like make that anime seem like it's goated. It's literally that. I'm not even ranting like that. Whatever. I think the anime is gonna be all right. I don't think it's anything like crazy.
Okay.
I don't know, man. So I agree with every point that he made. I'm not gonna lie to you. The only thing that kept me going with that anime was two things. One was that fucking opening. That opening goes so extra hard. And two is that fucking scene of 02 feeding that motherfucker some honey. And I'm gonna leave it at that.
And with that, we're gonna go ahead and go into this closing, guys. That's pretty much it. Stumbling over my words here. Definitely check it out. Check out Wistoria. Like Aaron said, one of the better anime that came out. So definitely check it out. Follow us on all socials. Like, share, comment, subscribe. Let us know what you like that's out right now. Have you watched this? What are your takes on it? Yeah. Anything you guys want to say?
Yeah, I think we should check out this one anime called Dates with My Stepsister. I think that's very wholesome.
All right. Bye.
That's crazy.